We're in Psalm 48 today, and I want to invite you to open a Bible there. Sometimes maybe it would help to take notes or highlight or underline words or whatever. Psalm 48 goes right along with 46, 47, kind of continues the thought of the people of God celebrating the victory that God has brought to them. Now, this is an ancient victory, and it's likely the victory that God brought during the reign of Hezekiah when he defeated the Assyrian army who had already defeated the northern kingdom of Israel, and now were surrounding Jerusalem, and God wiped out that army in one night. There was no battle, and the king Sennacherib went home alone and was killed by his own sons in a pagan temple. So God got a great victory at the darkest moment when the people were certain that they were done for, that it was all over. God changed everything. He turned everything in a moment. So the people now are worshiping and celebrating, and they're finding great joy and clapping and shouting and rehearsing the victory that God has brought. The modern day application is that we are children of this same God. We follow him by the grace of Jesus, and Jesus calls us victors because of his work. He's defeated sin and death and the grave, and he's made us victors, triumphant conquerors in Christ. And we are on this growing journey together, waiting for him to come back and establish his forever kingdom. So we get to celebrate God in the same way. Circumstances are different, timeline's a little different, stories a little different, context. Our context is a little different, 21st century. Same God, same human needs, same realities unfolding in our lives, where we feel like we're overwhelmed or overcome, but we're not, because we serve a great God. So look at verse 1. What we do when we introduce a new psalm is we just kind of lay the groundwork, just the high view, and we take a flyby. So as we've introduced this as a celebratory psalm, there's 4 sections to it. Verses 1 through 3, God and their city, the singers or the people celebrating, they're celebrating God and their city. Secondly, God and their enemies. Thirdly, God and their worship. Fourthly, God and their future. That's verses 12 to 14. So part 1 is verses 1 to 3. Part 2 is verses 4 to 7. Part 3 is verses 8 to 11. And part 4 is verses 12 to 14. So let's pick it up and read a song and psalm for the sons of Korah, the song leaders, the worship leaders in the temple. Great is the Lord, and greatly to be praised in the city of our God, in the mountain of his holiness. Beautiful for situation. The joy of the whole earth is Mount Zion. On the sides of the north, the city of the great King. God is known in her palaces for a refuge. For lo, the kings were assembled. They passed by together. They saw it, and so they marveled. They were troubled and hasted away. Fear took hold upon them there, and pain, as of a woman in travail. Thou breakest the ships of Tarshish with an east wind. As we have heard, so have we seen in the city of the Lord of hosts, in the city of our God. God will establish it forever. Selah. We have thought of thy loving kindness, O God, in the midst of thy temple. According to thy name, O God, so is thy praise unto the ends of the earth. Thy right hand is full of righteousness. Let Mount Zion rejoice. Let the daughters of Judah be glad because of thy judgments. Walk about Zion and go round about her. Tell the towers thereof. Mark ye well her bulwarks. Consider her palaces, that ye may tell it to the generation following. For this God is our God forever and ever. He will be our guide, even unto death. Well, there's a lot here, and I don't want to get ahead of myself, and we're 10 minutes in for today, but I can't read verse 14 without getting a lump in my throat and getting a little choked up. I don't know if I want to tell you why yet. I think I'll just tell you why later, but I want to read it again. For this God is our God forever and ever. He will be our guide, even unto death. Well, friends, Psalm 48 is a wonderful celebration. It's Tuesday, and we're going to spend the next several days here. So thanks for joining me. Think about what it means to belong to a wonderful God for the rest of your life. You can't be any safer than that. Happy Tuesday. That's enough for today. We'll see you tomorrow.